Have you ever wondered what the most mysterious type of insurance is? Well, maybe not. But today we're talking D&O insurance. D&O, Directors and Officers Insurance. Now, you might not immediately recognize D&O Directors and Officers. However, if you are a board member, director, or officer of a company, you should be very familiar with D&O insurance. So why should you be familiar with this type of insurance? Well, as a director or officer, this insurance protects you. It's not so much for the outside public, it is for you. Now that means if you, your fellow board member, etc., are responsible for something, this policy will provide the defense so that you don't have to pay for it out of your pocket, or the company doesn't have to do that. It essentially protects your personal assets as a board member. The main protection is for you as the board member from lawsuits brought by vendors, partners, investors, etc. That has to do with your wrongdoing, mismanagement, misguidance, etc. Now, these type of things can occur whether your business is small or large. So don't think just because you're not a Fortune 500 company doesn't mean you don't need D&O insurance. In fact, in a recent study back in 2017, 2/3 of all lawsuits filed for D&O were for small businesses, not large corporations. Because of that, we're going to talk 7 reasons why you might want to consider purchasing D&O insurance. Number 1, leadership, directors and officers, can be held personally liable for these sorts of things: mismanagement, vendor, investors, etc. All of that stuff, you personally can be held liable because of your position. The second reason we recommend you consider purchasing D&O insurance goes back to that recent study. D&O insurance claims are on the rise. Those lawsuits that result in D&O claims are flying around like nobody's business. The last thing you want is one of those lawsuits without proper coverage. The third reason we recommend D&O coverage is because top-tier candidates, potential hires, look for and enjoy the fact that you were thinking ahead and purchased this coverage to protect them. The fourth reason we recommend D&O coverage is investors like it. If you're looking to raise capital via VC, angel investors, etc., they are once again going to be thrilled that you were thinking ahead and purchased D&O coverage. D&O excites and interests not just potential employees and investors, but it also protects you from regulators. Part of the D&O policy will provide coverage if you are accused of different regulatory compliance issues. The 6th and 7th reason that we recommend D&O coverage is D&O protects your bottom line as the company. If you do not have D&O coverage, you get hit with one of those lawsuits, the company is going to have to empty their bank accounts, pay for legal counsel, and let's just be honest, legal counsel is super expensive. $300, $400, $500, $600 per hour, and that's just for them to take your phone call, let alone show up in court. So defending these claims can cost a staggering sum of money versus buying an inexpensive D&O policy. Now, the 7th and possibly the most important reason we recommend a D&O policy is D&O is specifically excluded on your other insurance policies. Now, you might be thinking, but I've got general liability, which is general, it covers everything. General liability does not cover everything. In fact, there's a whole host of things that general liability doesn't cover. D&O, employment practices, cyber are all generally excluded from general liability. So purchasing a D&O policy, or even better, purchasing a combined management liability policy, you can roll in directors and officers, cyber, and employment practices in one policy that's super affordable to protect your business. If one or any or all of those reasons were enough to make you think you need a D&O policy, feel free to reach out. You can give us a call, or you can fill the contact form out below, and we will be happy to get you a quote just as soon as possible, typically in just a few minutes. Take it easy, guys.